I was in 4th grade during 9/11. I lived on Long Island, so I was about 30 minutes away. A lot of my classmates lost their parents, or their uncle, or their cousin, all kinds of family. Columbine had already happened. In fact, we had just had our first drill. I remember when we had the presentation about bullying and how that can lead to school shooters. How do they expect me to focus on math later? I graduated in 2010. I can't imagine going to school now. And everyone's like, these Gen Z kids can't read. And I'm like, would you be able to focus on reading? Like, they're making jokes about it. Anyone with a teen in their life has heard them. Kid comes home from school and you're like, oh my God, did you hear? And they're like, yep, another one bites the dust. Like, it's so normalized, there's jokes. And I'm not saying, let's take away the guns. Let's ban guns. Because it's 2025. Enough said. Also, for those of you that are like, yeah, take them away. You're the same crowd saying banning abortion won't stop abortion, right? Anyway, this is not a problem that can be solved overnight. It's not. And let's quickly walk through what would happen if we took the guns away. Knock, knock. Hi, I'm here to obsess your gun. It's illegal now. Is that so? Here you go. Something tells me it wouldn't play out that way. Now, I really don't mean to throw so much humor into this, but I need y'all to follow along when I say the main issue we need to save here is giving kids back their childhood. The modern school system was put in mind after kids weren't allowed to work at factories and mom and dad had to work. So the schools were set up to prepare kids for factories. You sit here, you do that for several hours. Good. You sit here, you do that for several hours. Good. And so on. It wasn't designed with kids' mental health in mind. It wasn't designed with family in mind. The only thing it was designed for is preparing kids to work in a factory or office nowadays. Any teacher can tell you there's no way to avoid kids falling through the cracks in the current system. And any parent will tell you they can't afford to keep their kids at home because they need childcare. What I'm here to tell you is there's a lot more ways to homeschool today than there were a decade ago or even further back. There's everything from Montessori to Christian-based to unschooling to Robinson. There's a whole bunch. And as long as you don't live in Pennsylvania or New York or Massachusetts, you could really do whatever you want almost to teach your kid. But that's only if you can afford it and you work from home. But the main thing these kids are missing is the connection, the human connection. Most school shooters were isolated. Most school shooters weren't able to confide in their parents. And most parents of school shooters didn't know their kid was planning on doing that. This has been going on since the 90s. It's been 30 years in the US of school shootings. 30. We need to prioritize family units. We need to be able to make it accessible for parents to have a relationship with their kids. I'm glad the Department of Education is changing, but I don't know if it's changing for the better right now. But I'm glad the president is investing in homeschooling, and I hope the blue states allow for some more freedom. As a New Yorker, I wish I could raise my kid there. But as a parent of a kid born in 2024, I personally can't send my kid to school, knowing it's a front line. And I'm privileged to be able to do so. So make sure your vote goes towards making families have an easier time connecting. More maternity leave, more flexibility to work from home, more resources for homeschooling families, and better mental health coverage for all. Everyone deserves access to therapy, and every teen should be in it. And these are the thoughts that cross my mind after every school shooting. It's too scary out there. As a parent, as an American, as a human in 2025, we are all brave for leaving the house right now. Come here, I need a hug. Pat, pat, pat. Stay strong. I love you. God loves you. God bless you.